The Royal Mail steaming Titanic was the product of insane competition among rival shipping lines in the first half of the 20th century. In particular, the White Star Line found itself in a battle for steamship primacy with Conrad, a venerable British firm with two standout ships that ranked among the most sophisticated and luxurious of the time.
Good morning. Today we are going to make an interview to a survivor of the Titanic. Welcome to Arthur John Price.
Good morning, it's Priest. Thank you. It's thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm going to start the questions.
Alright.
What were you doing in the Titanic?
Oh, I was part of the Black Gang. We worked with coal, so we were always dirty, and that's why it comes the name Black Gang. And so in a very fine way, you can say that we were firemen. We put over 600 pounds a day of coal in the steams of coal, and that was what I was working in. I have always been a fireman, and I will always be a fireman.
And how did you survive?
Oh, that was a horrible day. The Titanic on 1912 survived a terrible accident. I was in a shift of resting, and in that moment we realized that the engines have stopped. So we came to the deck and see what's happened, and half of the safety coats were gone. So some of my friends of the Black Gang went into the water, and from a steaming furnace to a freezing water, it was terrible. It was a horrible experience. And also, one of my friends, Archie, wrote sister a card describing the very moment that when the Titanic sunk. And he said that the moment when the Titanic was falling in a vertical way, you could hear the screams. It was terrible. I also hear the screams in my dreams, in my nightmares. It's terrible. But I have always come through that, and I suppose that rest in peace all the people are in heaven.
That's so sad. And well, what do you feel knowing that your friends didn't survive, but you did?
Oh, we were all also like 150 firemen, and almost 40 of that 150 men survived. We survived by swimming. It was very difficult until a fisherman ship rescued us and helped us get to New York.
That's hard.
How did you manage living after that horrible disaster?
Oh, I have always been a fireman, and I will always be like I said. And I have been in many ships. I have always been worked with coal. I have been a black man since forever until these days.
Okay, and I know that you survived other disasters like that.
Yeah.
So, which were those other ships that you survived?
I survived other 3 ships, and have been to many other ships. The first ship I survived is the Titanic. That was a horrible experience of all. Then I survived to another ship that happened in the World War I, and the ship was named the Great War, and the other ship was named Alcantara. And well, like I've said, I don't care the things that have happened to me. Of course, I think that those experiences are the worst. used to death, you know, and I can't be friends with all of the people because if I'm friends with the people of mine of a gang, of a member of a gang, people, they will die, and that's a horrible experience. I learned in the Titanic that I can't be bond with some people because I will lose them in a very short period of time, and I will never experience that again.
Okay, and with all of that, how do you expect living the last years of your life?
Oh yeah, I'm very old now. My last years have come, and now I have to anchor in earth because I haven't lived with my most caring people that I love. So I have to live with my family. I have to remember the past. And then, like the old people, they sit down and read. I'm going to be that people. In England, I'm going to die. I would like to die in the ocean. But I'm very old now. I love the ocean. And the waves, it's terrible, but also beautiful.
Okay, so thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Arthur John Priest was born in Southampton on 31st August 1889. When he signed into the Titanic on April 6, 1912, he gave his address as 27 Lowell Canal Walk. He transferred from the Austrias as a fireman. He received monthly wages of $6. Priest was rescued, probably in a lifeboat. Priest also survived the World War I losses of the Alcantara and Donegal. He once claimed that he was forced to retire from the sea by the disasters because no one wished to sail with him. After the First World War, Priest was listed and living with his wife Annie at 17 Bristol Street, Southampton. He died in Southampton from pneumonia in 1937.